Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to be channeling again for you. Today I was meditating and I did come in contact with Athena, the Greek goddess. And so I'm going to be channeling messages from her later on in this reading. So if you're interested, please stick around. But for now, I will just open the space for your spirit guides. And yeah, let's just get into it. Okay. Okay, we'll start there. Six of Swords in the back of the deck in reverse. So with the Six of Swords as the overall energy in reverse, I'm seeing that maybe some part of your past is revisiting you at this time. And it might be causing you to have a bit of confusion, a bit of, a lot of sorts of things like paranoia, overthinking. It's just that kind of energy where it's a little harder to move on because the past energy is kind of pulling at you, right? It's kind of like tugging at you. And so what Spirit wants to tell you is that, dear collective, please stay strong. Know that this tugging is coming to an end. They cannot touch your energy anymore. It's just not possible anymore. So maybe you were dealing with someone quite karmic, or just your past in general had a lot of life lessons that were learned the hard way, right? And so the people involved and the whole location involved, it just doesn't bring the best feeling, right? Spirit saying, as these memories come up, don't be alarmed. Just hold space for yourself as you're going through this, okay? They know what you are going through, and they know how difficult it is, and they know you're doing your best. They know you are. They know you're not trying to fall into old patterns. So I think they're coming in to kind of subside your worries, because maybe you're worried about your manifestations not coming in quickly or something. But they want to remind you that you are incredibly loved. You're incredibly seen. You are seen. Your struggles are seen. Everything you've gone through, they know. They know. And that's why they know you are more than deserving of what is to come. Okay. And so the Prince of Pentacles in reverse, right next to the Strength, with the Two of Swords in reverse. I'll show you guys. It's giving me that someone tried to deceive you, that this person came in with a very, very light offer. It was kind of playful, kind of cute. And your collective, I know you really enjoy playful energy. Like when playful energy is around, your inner child comes out and you're just like having the best time. So, like you could have been completely unaware of this person coming in with light energy, only to try to hide things from you, try to keep things secretive, which is so strange, right? It's like, why would you enter someone's life and then just like be extremely secretive and act like that person can't know anything about you? It's like you just chose to enter that person's life. Like you could have just not, and then all your secrets would have been safe. but you can't help yourself, apparently. Not you. I'm talking about whoever you're dealing with. The star comes out under the strength to remind you that as long as you're dreaming a better dream, as long as you are daydreaming and just living in that airy energy, your strength will be there to protect that part of you, because I think you really love that part of you, right? That's the part of you that you're like, no, that part needs to be alive. I need to feel like I can be whoever I want to be. I can dream whatever kind of dreams I want for my own life. I want that kind of ability for the rest of my days, no matter who I'm with, right? So as long as you uphold that for yourself, it's going to be very obvious when people come in and they try you, and like if it's not to help that dreamer side of you, you're not having it. Like you're just going to be like, goodbye. I need to drink some water. Hold on. And with the Two of Torches in reverse, I'm seeing that maybe you were indecisive about this person. But once you've had time to yourself, once you've had time to reflect on how you've been feeling, on like maybe who is responsible for causing these feelings, we're not blaming anyone, but sometimes there is like a person that is instigating, and sometimes there is a person that is trying to create a chaotic scene, right? We can't discount those kinds of people because they're chaotic. I've met a lot of chaotic people, actually, and that's why I know I can say this like so easily. But yeah, like they live for it. They live for the chaos, and they don't even think it's bad. And it's honestly like if they're around people that enjoy chaos too, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's a little bit more in line with what they want to experience in this life. But that's not what you want. You want peace. You want tranquility. You want happiness. You want joyous experiences. You want divinely timed miracles. You want, all that good stuff. And so you align to a very different frequency. And the universe knows this about you. The universe knows how much you have changed, sacrificed, alchemized to become the person that you are right now. They've seen it all. And maybe they keep validating, they keep telling you like, no, we do see you. We know your pain. We know your struggle. It's all very real, and we're so sorry that, you're going through this. But we're doing our best to guide you through it, and we're hoping that with the guidance, you're going to be able to align yourself into the best timeline possible for you. They are very apologetic for the lessons that you have had to endure and learn through the process of endurance. Like you didn't actively say like, okay, I want to learn this lesson. No, it was just put on you. And, those are just the karmic lessons that we learn as we enter this world. We are given parents that we are not in control of. We're given environments that we did not choose. Some of us, like if we go too far into it, it's like, well, we kind of did choose it, but through the human lens, it's like, why? This is so chaotic. This is so crazy. So maybe you were born in a very chaotic place, environment, and Spirit's saying your life is becoming a lot calmer now. You're entering your state of peace, and you're entering it because now you know how to maintain a state of peace within yourself. No matter what is happening around you, you are able to still find that tranquil spot within yourself, right? You have that kind of area within you that you can just tap into and know that you are safe and know that you are held, right? And if you don't, know that that is in there. Know that that's where you're heading, that that once you are able to master patience, and we say master very lightly here because we might slip in and out. Sometimes we're human, it happens, but as long as we're learning how to deal with it and not just sitting there and being like, oh geez, I don't know what to do, there's nothing I can do, and just not do anything. As long as you're not doing that you're doing great, you're doing amazing. And even in the times where you can't lift a finger, spirit guides are just holding you and loving you and making sure that you feel comfortable where you are, and that you feel loved within, and that you feel love from them, right? Your spirit guide's main priority is you, right? Don't think that they're trying to prime you to be anybody else's. No, they're priming you so that you can step into the timeline that you want, that you desire, that you came here to experience. They're aligning you right there because that's what you deserve. If it's what you want, that's what you deserve, and you're going to get it. and yeah, like, Spirit wants you to know, to feel that reassurance, because it's time you're fully aware of how protected you are, and of how loved you are by this universe. I think you know, but you don't feel it, right? Maybe right now you're just not feeling it, and maybe you've kind of forgotten how to tap into that. Spirit guides, I had this issue a couple months ago, actually. I felt so disconnected, and this was right before I started my channel again. So it's kind of funny that I went from feeling extremely disconnected to just really allowing that to happen, because maybe sometimes we just need that space between us and spirit, so that when the time really matters, when they come back, you feel it so deeply that it's undeniable, that you can't be like, oh, I feel this every day. It's going to come back and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I know this feeling, I'm going to follow it, because if it can leave, if it's here, I'm going to follow it. I'm not going to just push it aside. It's too important. It's happening right now for a reason, right? So turn that little believer back on, and know that this distance is just so that when they come back, you're fully aware of what they're trying to, where they're trying to lead you, what they're trying to say to you. It's just going to come back a lot clearer. Take this time as a reset time. It's not anything that you need to internalize. It's more of just giving you space so that you can be in your own energy, because that's really important too. It's not a doom and gloom thing. It's not that you're losing your connection or your gifts or your abilities. It's actually a moment of rest so that the upgrade can happen, because your abilities are upgrading. We've talked about this in the past, but your abilities are upgrading. And as this stagnant period is occurring, know that that's just because there's you can imagine an update happening, right? A software update where it's kind of just happening in the background, but it's happening. And your phone might be heating up, so your body might be a little exhausted from that upgrade, but know that when it's done, you're going to be running so smoothly, and you're this time of stagnancy isn't going to mean anything. It's going to you're going to forget about it, really. You're going to be on to the next, here we go. Not attached to this at all, which is great. Let's not attach ourselves in a state of transition, right? Spirit is saying you're transitioning right now. You're going through a process of upgrading your gifts. So it is a transition from your old self to your new self. And they just want you to know that as you're resting, it's just because you need it. It's just because they want to give you this time so that you can recharge and come out your best self, So Let's pull some, what are these cards? I've used these forever, but I forgot the name. It's called Angels and Ancestors Oracle Cards by Kyle Gray. I love these cards. I've been using them since like I first started doing readings, so I feel very connected to them. But you guys got the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Okay, so while you're in this time of resting, you know, maybe something you can do to ease your mind is to start making plans for the future. You know, where do you want to travel to? What are places you actually want to go to? What are experiences that you actually want to experience, right? Make a list or go on Pinterest and create a board and just allow yourself to have fun and manifest like a board of just inspired ideas and places that you want to be in. You know, start focusing on that. And it coincides with the star energy that I talked about earlier, right? The star is all about dreaming and making plans for the future. So that's exactly what you're doing right now. Ooh, I'm hearing major ringing in my ear. Okay. Yes, take that as confirmation. Make a board. As you're listening to this, I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but go ahead and go onto Pinterest, make a board, label it as like my manifested dream life, 1717 on the clock, and just start adding a bunch of pins to it, and then, you know, see where it leads you. You might get everything that you desire. Arrows, surround yourself with protective energy. Okay. So, in this time, let's make sure that we cleanse our energy every night. It's very important right now as you're going through this period of time of upgrading. It's important to constantly be cleansing out your energy, okay? And then the drum card came out afterwards. So maybe it's when you're dreaming that you need this protection. All right? So go ahead, and if you have black tourmaline, tiger's eye, hematite, any protective crystal, kyanite is great. I love blue kyanite specifically. It's so potent. But yeah, put that next to your bed as, you know, where you sleep, and then you'll be protected. It's all good. It's not that, you know, it's just like a little tweak here and there of like your routines and stuff that just offer a little bit more protection. Like maybe grab yourself a selenite wand. This is my favorite way. And I will use this and just, you know, feather around my third eye, my crown, making sure that any negative energy is not attached, right? I will go all the way down my arm so that it may be released through my fingers, okay? And, you know, this is how I cleanse myself. And I use Palo Santo if I'm feeling a bit more like I need smoke, because sometimes it just calls for a different energy. You know, different energies will call for different types of clearing. In my eyes, like sometimes it's just easier. And what else can you do? You can wear bracelets of crystals. That, honestly, I usually wear like a tiger's eye bracelet all the time. I don't have one on me right now, which is weird, but yeah, crystals are your best friend. Like, honestly, I'm not saying that because I have my own crystal shop. It's because I know that about crystals that I started my own crystal shop, right? Like, I use a lot of techniques I've learned over the years and crystals to kind of ground my abilities in a way. So this is a black tourmaline, okay? And you can just place it right by your bed. or you can put it in your pocket. This one's a little bit more polished, so it doesn't like flake as much. Like raw tourmaline might flake, so maybe get like a tumbled stone that you can keep around you, because natural might like cause flakage and sometimes it might get into your skin a bit. This is blue kyanite. It's I sell these specific ones and they're just shards, and I love these because you can put them on windows, you can put them in your bag, you can put them literally anywhere, and it's just like a cute little blue crystal. It's not that whatever, and it feels so safe. It feels incredibly safe. What else do? I also put runes on my windows, every single one of them, at the doors as well, right? So we want to protect our space because our space is our shelter. It's where we can be ourselves. It's where we can allow our energy to just expand, right? And just be us. So it's very important that you're not letting other people's energy in here. Okay, because a lot of people might send energy through evil eye. So that kind of stuff, they don't even know they're sending it sometimes. They really don't. They're just like negative Nancy's. And I'm sorry if your name is Nancy and you're not negative. I'm going to stop using that actually in case there's Nancy's. But you know, there's people that are just negative, that don't see the light in others, that, you know, when they do see the light, they're triggered and their response is to throw hate because that's like what they're used to and that's what they feel comfortable doing. So yeah, know that like, yeah, they are in control of that, but sometimes it's just the way they see life in the current stage that they're at, and that has nothing to do with you. So it's important to just put those protections out so that it constantly just like that energy cannot hit you at all, no matter what. Okay? So, yes. Now that message is done, I'm going to get into messages from Athena. Okay? She's been patient. Let's go. Oh, right away. Okay. Okay, so I'm hearing climbing an uphill battle. Climbing an uphill battle while trying to sow seeds for a better future. Okay? So, Athena recognizes that you are going through a very, very powerful time right now. And this is your... this is when your phoenix rising begins, right? We need to burn. We need to burn like the phoenix and lose all of ourselves, just letting it all burn down. And that's exactly where you're at right now, right? They want you to know that what you're going through is simply what is it called? An initiation into your true self. Because you're ready. You're ready to meet who you are actually meant to be. Okay, maybe before we had a bunch of self-imposed blockages so that we never lost that part of ourselves, right? That image of ourselves. But now we're letting that entire image die. We're letting it all burn down. And And I'm saying this is like a phoenix rising moment, because the wheel must turn. The wheel must turn in your favor, because it just turns. It naturally does. It always does, right? No matter what, the wheel is always turning. So even though you may be going through a period of just surviving and taking it day by day, and maybe you're starting to feel a little disconnected from spirit because things are so difficult in your daily life right now. Athena wants to tell you that you are safe in your energy. Maybe you're thinking you need to reach out to people. Know that this moment is your most sacred moment. Athena is urging you to protect your space from others, to allow yourself to feel these waves that are crashing. We talked about this earlier, but I guess I got sidetracked. But Athena is saying, like, allow yourself to feel these things. What you're feeling is really important. You are burning everything that you once were, because you need to make space for everything that you actually are. Without the conditioning, without the trauma, without societal pressures that you experienced at a young age, those are gone. And who you are becoming is incredible. Who you are becoming is strong, enlightened, very spiritual, very of the light. But not because you're afraid of the dark. It's because you've mastered the dark in you. You walk with angels and you walk with demons, because you understand that there is no fear. There is no fear when you're dealing with your blessings, your gifts, your abilities. These are all blessings from the universe. And when we can finally let go of that conditioning of fear, of Hollywood images, right, of what spirituality actually is, we get to finally experience the true effervescent freedom, like that natural state of being that you experience when you let go of all that conditioning. And that's what's happening right now, collective. You are purging, you are letting everything burn down, because you know that what's coming is going to be so much better, and it's going to be so much truer. Maybe people deceived you a lot in your youth, in your past, even when you were an adult, right? People tried to deceive you. Maybe you come off a little bit more naive, right? Because you embody so much light that I need some water. Maybe you embody so much light that people, when they see you, they think you're naive, or like that you haven't experienced life, right? But the truly wise will know that you embody this light because you've come out of the darkness. You can only embody this kind of energy when you have seen yourself through the darkest and deepest parts of you. And they're not pretty. And they're not something that you ever want to share with others. And so, like, keep this moment to yourself. Maybe you're feeling lonely. You're lonely because you're going through an alchemization process right now. Your body is metamorphosizing right now. It's going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's a very solitary transformation. Okay, all of our transformations are pretty solitary. And that's because We want that pure energy fully on us, right? We don't want to spread it to other people. We don't want to give to other people right now because we need to give to ourselves. We need to remain in our own energy so that as we go through this process, we are still kind to ourselves. We can still meet ourselves where we need to. We still have that energy to hold ourselves at the end of the day when we really need that, right? And so save that energy for you. Don't give it to others right now. That is what Athena is advising. And she's happy with that. She's like, all right, that's it. She was like, done. So I'll leave it there. All right. So if these messages helped you in any way, please give it a like. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you'd like more messages from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.